What's going on, guys? Russo Trades here. I'm gonna do a little daily review because I didn't do one yesterday. I actually put out like 3 videos yesterday, so I did not end up putting a daily review out. Actually, since we're here in the moment, I seen these equal lows right here, these triple equal lows. There was a short to it. I mean, on any time frame you saw, there was a short to it. You could have taken the 3 minute inverse, but the reason that would have been a good play is I know I'm jumping right into it, but there's your inverse. The reason that would have been a good play is because, oh, sorry, application problem. We swept equal highs, and these equal highs, where were they? Oh, they were on the Nasdaq. See, that's why don't do your analysis on the mini chart or on the micro chart. Do your analysis on the minis. So we swept these equal highs. I had them marked out all day, right when I woke up. Then we swept this high, so we swept a lot of buy side liquidity. We ended up getting that short, like I said, right here. So we we swept liquidity. Those equal highs were textbook. I'll show you the play that we got to them in a second, but we had this 3 minute inverse down to these equal lows. Now it looks like honestly we're getting a long off of the equal lows. So I mean, that's not bad. Your um partials slash break even would be here the way we trade it because that's internal liquidity. So that was nice. We'll see if this ends up playing out. Maybe we'll probably come up to these equal highs. Just for video sake and strategy sake, I'll throw a micro on this trade. I know it's a little bit late, but we'll throw a micro on it. We do have equal highs up there, so I'll set my take profit at the equal highs. The equal highs obviously aren't on the the micro chart, like I said, but they're on the mini chart, so that's what's important. And the entry would have been this candle. Let me get rid of this fair value gap. We do got to inverse this to get to the equal highs. So you can see equal highs actually are relative equal, not really the greatest, but we'll see how this trade plays out. Just a little live trade execution for you guys. I know it's only 14, $17, but I mean, it's just showing you the power of understanding the markets and reading them and being able to come in here and make money every day the right way. So I'll set my stop to break even at this point. Take profits about a hit. So, and we are up what, 17? I mean, this is nothing. If you throw a mini on that trade though, your entry would have been here 99 to 13. So that would have been a 15-point trade almost. That's, 250 bucks, 300 bucks with a mini. So, um, we'll see how this plays out. I definitely think we're in OTE right now, so we might just bounce at OTE. We inverse this, so that's good. So there's one more fair value gap here to inverse. I think we push up through though. Stop all these people out. So let's see. A little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go over the daily review. But as you can see, the strategy works. ICT stuff works. Like I'm able to read the market and call the market like candle by candle on a 1 minute chart, which back then I was never able to do that. So this is like at this point, if I was up, 300 bucks, I would have taken my profit, but I didn't put real risk on this trade because why? I already made my money for the day. It's 2:30. Like there's no point in trading right now. I was just showing this example to show you like it works in live time. So at this point, it's coming back on me. I'll just let it run. If I get stopped to break even, I get stopped to break even. And I'll go over the rest of the day. So beginning of the morning, I had these equal highs marked out pretty much all day. What was that? Yeah, it was at 6:45, and they were just so textbook, perfect equal highs. Um, so before work, actually on my way into work, I seen, where was it? Here it was, right here. I seen this inverse. Here was your entry. Here was your stop at break even and take partials, so I got stopped at break even there and I scaled half, so I made a little bit of money on that trade. But that's the power of setting your trade to break even and taking partials at the internal liquidity because look, it reversed after that. I bet you there was a 30-second long here. I don't have the 30-second chart, but that's normally that V shape right there on the 15-second or 30-second. I was good. When the market opened, it looked horrible. This was terrible. But what I did see was we had these equal highs, but we didn't really get a trade to it, so it is what it is. Um, this is what I took when I had a little break at work. I seen this huge momentum candle and I took it all the way to high of day. So that was nice. And those were relative equal highs. That was one trade I took, put real risk on it. So I put a mini on that and that was 29 to 47. So that was like 16 points or something like that. So not bad. You guys can do the math. I don't really see anything else. I mean, when I'm at work, I don't look at the markets a whole lot. I just try to take my one or two trades when I get my breaks or whatever and call it. This was nice right here. Very nice. And I think our take, no, we got stopped to break even. But if you were up 10 points, you should have taken half off the table. So depending how much you risked, you would have, either way, you would have made money on that trade and you would have got stopped to break even. So it was a free trade. Let's go back to the daily review. This was okay. I didn't see this at 1050. That was nice though, because we swept liquidity. We swept liquidity. We didn't sweep all of it, but we swept some sort of liquidity here. We inversed this with a lot of momentum. We had LRLR above, which is low resistance liquidity. Um, this worked too right here. I know it wasn't like a huge home run trade, but I mean, this is what, 37 to 31. I mean, that was like 5 points. I would have just set my trade to break even at internal liquidity here. I wouldn't even have taken any off because it's not 10 points. This little baby inverse was right here. It was pretty good. I mean, but it wasn't obvious, so I don't like to trade those. So that worked out to these relative equal highs. Like this stuff just works over and over. I know it looks like going in hindsight and I'm just cherry picking shit, but in live time, these are like trades I've taken and trades I would take. This is another one, long to these highs, boom. We had another short here after sweeping liquidity. So if you don't know what I'm seeing here or what I'm saying, I mean, you do really have some studying to do. We're sweeping liquidity. We have a nice displacement down, inversing this. Like we can take that to internal, which is this is internal liquidity. Boom. That was 54 to 44. So that was like 10 points, another 10-point play. I mean, these just happen over and over. This one right here, we swept liquidity. Um, inverse this. So this did not work out actually because we got stopped here. So this wasn't good because we got stopped here. But you know what? When we make an internal high, when we don't hit the internal high and we create a new internal high and then we come back up and hit it, our rules tell us to set our trade to break even. So that was a break even trade as well. Got to go over the strategy and learn it inside and out so you know exactly what I'm saying. Here, I took this one because I seen these equal highs up here. Literally was watching them all day. I'm like, these are gonna hit. This has to be the draw for the day, and that's why I kind of, my opinion, we were not displacing lower. I figured because we had this up here, we're not gonna leave these perfect equal highs that are pretty far apart here. So this was really, really nice, this trade. I mean, markets just set up for this. We swept liquidity. We delivered from this. I mean, those are the two things I look for. I either look for us to deliver from a fair value gap or sweep liquidity and inverse something. And that was a nice inverse with a lot of momentum. I took that all the way up to the equal highs, so that made my day. That trade. After that, I was pretty much done. I actually have three Top Step accounts now. One of them's a little bit above 2K. One of them's 1100. One's at 1100. So in 2 weeks, I mean, that's 4 grand right there. So working on passing those challenges. Once they're passed, obviously you can see the potential, but that's the goal. There, once we hit the equal highs, I mean, it's kind of like where I'm done trading for the day because I took, two really nice trades. Why am I going to keep trading? It doesn't make any sense unless I'm tape reading or I'm throwing a micro on something. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever your rules say, you should just follow them. But I'll tape read this real quick. This plays out. This is the internal. Chart's lagging. Okay, this is internal. So if you do happen to see this trade or take it, you would enter after the candle close if it doesn't hit internal, and your stop to break even would be here and your partials would be here. Your targets would be ultimately high of day. I think that's high of day. Yeah. Yep, there's high of day. So after we swept these equal lows that I had marked out, I mean equal lows and equal highs are my favorite. Gonna make a video about different liquidity pools like intermediate term lows like this one, or intermediate term highs, or equal lows, equal highs, data lows, and 9:30 a.m. highs and lows. Like there's just a couple really key liquidity pools that I do use. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this week was amazing. Last week was amazing. The last thing I really can say is I'm not where I want to be yet, but things are definitely starting to click, and it really just seems like, that hard work is really starting to pay off. It's not like, oh, consistent here, inconsistent here. It's more so like now it's, day in and day out, whether we take wins or losses, we're, being consistent with our rules, our strategy, and our risk management. So that's what's important, and slowly growing that account, passing challenges, whatever the case may be. But just keep putting in the hard work, keep grinding. I'll probably post this if this plays out. I'm not gonna put any risk on it, just gonna tape read it. So that's the textbook setup. Reason this is textbook is because we're delivering from this. We swept sell side here, I could say, because it's equal lows. We swept that with no displacement. We got nice displacement up. We got a 50% retracement into this, and now we might get an inverse with an OB here. So, um, that's a A plus setup right there. I mean, if it wasn't 3 o'clock or 2:30, but anyways, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next one, and God bless.